Alright, in this video I'm doing another replay commentary of my own games. This is about Masters slash Grandmasters MMR. I was playing Sylas versus Tryndamere mid. Now this matchup is quite annoying. I've said it before. Side laning against Tryndamere is quite nice towards like the mid to late game because you do more burst damage than him and you can take his ultimate. So with your burst damage you can force him to ult first and then you basically just win because your ult's going to last longer than his. But in the laning phase, if you're playing against Tryndamere mid, for example, it's quite rough. He has infinite sustain, no mana costs. Quite a vile champion. But I think this game I did quite well into him. I didn't have, a flashy score or anything. Any team surrendered pretty early, but I played this game pretty solid in my opinion. And we're gonna take a look and see what happened. So, I don't level an ability at the start because I want to see if I, want to swap between Q or E. Here, he did go in on me. I should have expected him that he would have his E up, but I did go up for that minion and take a bit of damage. So here, I do opt for the E because, it's under my tower. I'm going to be able to get it anyway because Tryndamere is melee. So, gonna go for the E just to secure that extra CS. Normally I do like to start Q into basically every matchup, but since he pushed under my tower so early, I didn't actually need it. Now I do go W here second because since Tryndamere is melee, W is going to help me trade more against him. Trading against Tryndamere is kind of a lost cause, but I have first strike. And Tryndamere is a really good first strike battery because he can't do any damage to you to, knock it off without getting in melee range. So even if he like E's onto you, you can just W him while he's Eing, or E away and then engage back in and you'll still have first strike up. So I think I made quite a large amount of gold this game just on first strike, and the game only lasted 16 minutes. So I basically only had the laning phase to make it. And I think I had probably about 600-ish, maybe 500 to 600 gold in first strike by the end of the game. So now here I did notice my wave is pushing towards him. Now this is pretty scary because the enemy jungler is a Shaco. And Shaco is known for ganking early, so you always want to pay attention to who the enemy jungler is and make sure that you understand how they're going to play. So here I know, Shaco is pretty likely to come early. I have my wave slow pushing. I was trying to keep it, pretty slow, getting as much CS as I could, hoping that Tryndamere would sort of accidentally push it back towards me because I was afraid of the gank. Now here, I do end up getting basically the game deciding kill on the Shaco here. Now, would I have won that game without getting that kill? Maybe. We'll get into that later, but let's just go back. Alright, I know that because of my wave position here, now you can actually see the Shaco Q here. I didn't see that in the game, but I don't think I actually would have been able to see that if I had my camera there. But I know because of my wave state and because the enemy jungler is a Shaco, I'm gonna get ganked. And I can get ganked basically from the middle of nowhere because it's a Shaco and it'll just go into stealth. So I'm like basically always ready. And as soon as I see Tryndamere E here, I'm like, okay, Shaco's here. And so, as soon as I see Tryndamere E, I E away because I know Shaco's here. But then when he actually pops out of stealth, I realize he's actually, pretty low health. And that seems kind of odd because, he seems quite healthy. But you have to recognize he's a Shaco, and I'm a level 4 Sylas with Ignite. And my damage potential is really high. So I see him here, he's about 2/3 health-ish. He has 500 health. I'm level 4, I have all of my abilities up, I even have my E2 primed, like ready to cast. And because it's Shaco, he obviously is not going to have flash, because they always take Ignite. And because he just Q'd on me, he has literally no way of escaping. So I quick turn around, grab that kill. I flashed away, maybe not too necessary, though the box would have feared me, so I might have died. And yeah, I mean, just a free kill, free red buff. You know, I'll take it. I did walk into the box there, just to get it out of the way. You know, I probably shouldn't have because I, you know, I didn't notice that my wave was coming right there. But you know, now because I got that one kill, I am so much stronger than this Tryndamere, mainly because of the red buff. But also because now his wave is pushing into me, so now I have the safer laning. And my Graves is coming for some nice poke. But yeah, I mean, getting that kill on Shaco there was crucial for this laning phase. And you know, if I wasn't aware that I could kill him there, and this is why knowing your limits, especially on a champion like Sylas, is so important. Because if I was not aware of my my ability to kill him, then I wouldn't have been able to get that kill, and I would have been stuck in this losing laning phase. Probably would have had to flash too, so, you know, flash anyway, but I wouldn't have a kill for it. Unfortunately, I did miss that E there. You know, he's behind a minion. I tried to kind of curve it around the minion, but it ended up missing. Would have been an extra kill, but it's fine. I'll just keep the wave pushing towards me. He can't really do anything. Now here, I figured that Shaco was going to be here. Now this is another thing about knowing your limits. I knew Shaco was going to be there because why else would Tryndamere stand that close to me? But because I was aware, okay, you know, Tryndamere's 1 HP, Shaco's pretty weak. I was like, okay, they're not going to be able to kill me even if Shaco does pop out. And I was right. You know, they didn't do anything. I got Tryndamere's flash. You know, I did notice Saraki here. She didn't actually show, but I saw her W. So, obviously can't engage now because she could be sitting behind a corner. And yeah, now in level 6, I do have the advantage on him. So you know, my Ignite's coming up in 15. I was maybe trying to get a little bit of poke here. That's why I went in here. Unfortunately, you know, he did hit level 6 there, so. You know, if he had stayed level 5 for a bit longer, I could have tried an all-in. My Ignite just came back up, but since he hit 6, there's no point. I'll just go for some more trades. I like getting those autos in because I have a lot of gold right now. I have 2,000 gold. I haven't gone back yet, and I got that kill. I've had, you know, really good CSing so far. So I like getting that auto in there because I have presence of mind, and it just helps a lot with the mana. You know, if you can just get a free auto in on like a melee champ for some reason, yeah, might as well do it for that presence of mind mana. I think it's I can't really check in game, I think, but it should be maybe about like 15 to 20. So I ended up going back. I really needed to. I didn't have mana and I had a lot of gold. So I got that Lost Chapter, I got that Amp Tome, I got that Dark Seal. Always like going Dark Seal on Sylas, you know, especially if you get a kill early, even though you're getting it after you actually got the kill, so you won't get the stacks. But Sylas is like one of the hardest snowballing champions in the game, and getting that Dark Seal, you know, if I keep up the kills, then I'm gonna, you know, make even more money with that extra AP. More gold efficiency, I should say. So just some farming under tower. At this point, you know, I'm just using Tryndamere as a battery for my first strike. You know, it's really easy to proc first strike on him, and at this point I probably have, you know, maybe 200-ish gold just from the first strike. I didn't actually keep track specifically at each time, but just an estimate. So I'm just walking down here, my bot lane walked up, so, you know, no reason to not go and help him. Even though there was no one there, but I kind of thought that since they were picking, there might have been like a Shaco there, but that wasn't the case. Now here, I noticed the Tryndamere walk topside, and immediately I am going to be cautious, because once he's gone for like a, you know, a slight period of time, my Yone's in danger. So, I did walk up, did a ward. I am a bit cautious. It's really hard for me to, you know, continue and like follow the Tryndamere because of the Shaco. He can just sort of plant a box in a bush And if I face check it, then I could take a lot of damage. I could take the Tryndamere ult, but it'd be a bit risky. Tryndamere ends up... I think he took the red buff. Yeah, he did. I didn't actually notice when I was in game that he took that red buff. It's kind of funny, but... Yeah, I mean, at this point I'm just trying to trade. I know he has ult up, so it's a bit hard to kill him, but if I can just keep farming for strike gold, you know, maybe I can get him low enough to go in, maybe proc his ult. I did see Shaco there, so I'm being very cautious. I noticed that Tryndamere roamed up again, and, you know, I'm pinging the Yone. Now, I can't, it's really hard for me to follow the Tryndamere here, kind of like what I was saying earlier, because Tryndamere could just be sitting like right here, and then I face check in him, and he has Ghost. He did have Ghost up, he just used it top lane. They were diving the Yone. Yone did end up getting a 1-for-1, which was nice. I ended up getting a lot of tower plates, so, you know, staying mid actually worked out. But yeah, it's very hard for me to follow the Tryndamere there, just because they could be sitting there. Shaco is also near him, so they could just be sitting in a bush somewhere, and then once I walk up, I just get run down, even with the Tryndamere ult. And it's just very risky. I might as well take the guaranteed tower plating and the minion waves mid instead, and kind of just let my Yone deal. Because honestly, I'm fine with my Yone dying. Maybe he isn't fine with it, but I'm fine with my Yone dying if it means that Tryndamere misses waves and I get tower plating. Because I think I actually got more in monetary value from the tower platings and the extra minion waves that I got than they got for killing Yone. Maybe not quite as much because I think Yone had a shutdown, but it was probably pretty close. And there, I just tried to go in on the Tryndamere. You know, I knew he didn't have his ult because I saw him use it topside, so just tried to go in with my Ignite. Didn't end up doing enough damage, but I did get his flash. Did end up killing the Shaco there. You know, even though I'm low mana, I'm still not afraid of the Shaco. I know my limits. I know what Shaco can do. But now I have to go back because I'm, you know, pretty low. And at this point, I am 1,600 gold up on this Tryndamere at 11 minutes in, and I am 1-0. And that is just, you know, how strong that early advantage is. You know, I got that one kill on the Shaco, and that spiraled into a 1,600 gold lead. Because you know, I've been able to take as many trades as possible because I have the first strike up. I'm getting gold from that. Because I'm stronger, you know, I'm just snowballing even harder and harder. Because every trade that I take, I get even stronger because I get that first strike gold, which allows me to take more trades. Plus the turret plating gold. I got 3 turret platings, I think. So, pop the Tryndamere out there just because, you know, it's about to run out. But yeah, all of this is spiraling from that one kill that I had early. Can't walk up too far here. I did end up walking up here anyway, because I can take the, or no, I can't take the Tryndamere ult, but I'm not actually afraid of them. But I do need to be cautious there. Like, I'm not using my abilities to get passive procs on the tower because I want to save them in case the, you know, they showed up, which they did, and I was able to get a nice first strike proc there as well. Yeah, like, I can walk up to the tower here. I just got to make sure that I'm not wasting my abilities on it if I know that they're nearby. Because I am a lot stronger, so I'm not too afraid. Here I did just walk down straight through their towers just to go and help my Graves. Tryndamere ended up being here. Got a root off with the Everfrost, helped heal for my Graves. Ended up getting the kill. Could have killed the Soraka there maybe, but I did whiff my E, unfortunately. Shaco actually left the game there. I don't remember if he came back at all. You know, this game ends in 3 minutes because they surrendered. But I don't actually remember if he comes back. Yeah, because I'm so strong. Now look at this. I'm 2-0-2. And I am up 2,400 gold. I'm about to take this tower. So how much gold am I up after I take this tower? 3,000 gold. I am up 3,000 gold on this Tryndamere because I got that kill on the Shaco early. If I did not have that kill on the Shaco early, I'd probably be down in gold. You know, maybe I would have done some other plays or something, but it's kind of crazy that I was able to take that one opportunity and I was able to make a 3,000 gold lead out of one opportunity. Because if I didn't have that red buff, then I mean I can't do anything to the Tryndamere. He's just gonna bully me out of lane. I can still sit back and CS, but I'm not gonna have as many advantages to get first strike gold. I'm gonna have to sacrifice some CS because I'm a bit weaker than him and I can't get it with my Q. So that was a really important thing. Also, I missed my E over the wall here because of auto pathing, so that was a bit annoying. Yeah, it's gonna go back bot here. I was gonna see if the Tryndamere was going to like face check because even though I think he had ult up, he doesn't have it up right now, but it's coming up in like 1 second. But you know, I figured he had ult up, but sometimes you can actually burst them so fast because you just see I do have, you know, I'm almost at my Shadow Flame already. Yeah, and just like that, I mean, he got bursted so fast he didn't even have time to ult. So like what I was saying. Now you can actually do that on your own too. Like once you get enough items with this build, you just do so much damage. I've killed so many Tryndameres before they're able to get their ult off because you literally just vaporize them. I'm sitting here just to see if maybe their Soraka comes or something, but you know, ideally I probably should have pushed this bot wave and sort of claimed this lane as my own and taken this tower. But I wanted to give my Vigar, and they actually ended up running here. I wanted to give my Vigar the gold because he was walking bot lane, and you know, it probably was a pretty good idea to just spread around the gold. He probably has more gold than me right now. No, he actually doesn't. I guess because the first strike plus the tower plating, because I don't think he got many tower platings. But you know, maybe I should have, if Vigar was walking mid there earlier, then I would have taken this tower, but because he was walking bot, I felt bad, taking this from him. So, even though it probably would have been a decent idea to just start side laning here and take this tower and maybe push up a bit more over in this area. But instead I went mid. Ended up that they surrendered anyway, so that was nice. And yeah, up here, we are up 9,000 gold at 15 minutes. And we're only up, I mean, I should say, only because, we're up a lot of kills. We're up 11 kills. My team is generally doing very well. But the fact that we're up 9,000 gold with 11 kills is just crazy. If you look, I mean, Shaco, I think Rage quit the game. Graves is 2,000 gold up on Shaco. Yone's 1,300 gold up. A 1-5 set. My Vigar's up 900 gold on this 1-3 Aphelios. And Senna is up 1,400 gold on the enemy Soraka. But then there's me. I'm up 3,100 gold. I am a third of our team's gold advantage. Because I stayed mid, I pushed out waves effectively. I do have a wave clear on my channel, by the way. Check that out. It's very, that combo that I described in that guide. I'm not really going to go into detail in any of my replays from now on since I have that video up, but I'll just refer you guys over to that. Very informative. Developing that combo helped me out so much with just pushing waves. Maybe I shouldn't say developed. I did come up with it on my own, but I have noticed that other players, other high elo Sylas players do use something similar. So, I did come up with it on my own, but I've seen other people do similar things, so I shouldn't take all the credit. Since they probably made their own versions as well. But yeah, I mean, being able to do that, push waves effectively, getting that tower plating, knowing my limits especially, because if I did not get this kill in the Shaco here, I probably still would have won. My team is doing pretty well, but this laning phase would have been a lot more difficult. They probably wouldn't have surrendered at 16 minutes because the gold deficiency wouldn't have been, the gold gap wouldn't have been as large, and maybe they would have had a chance to come back. But getting this kill here was, crucial moment in the game. Completely set up the rest of my laning phase. I was able to take so many trades with first strike, got so much gold, probably at 5 to 600. And I'll put it in the description actually. I'll put how much gold I got from first strike in the description because I can check after I'm done recording in the match history. And yeah, I mean, just know your limits on this champion. There's so much that you can do. You have healing on your W. All of your abilities do massive damage. If I had just flashed away here and let the Shaco live, this game would have gone a lot different. And my score isn't too flashy at the end or anything. I was like 2-0-3, but I was up 3,100 gold. And I kind of subtly carried my team just with how I was playing. And basically this one kill. And how I used that advantage. So, one, recognize you can get a kill. Two, have the mechanics to actually get the kill. I was able to do my abilities quite fast there. And three, take that kill advantage and make the most of it. And that's sort of the moral of the story here. So, a nice short game. Nice short game. I think I played pretty well. I was a bit rusty on some of the mechanics. I haven't been playing solo queue quite as much recently as I was, maybe a month ago. But overall, pretty well played, I'd say. So, yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. Definitely test your limits on this champion. It is so important to know just how much you can push yourself, because there's so much you can do on Sylas. So, hopefully that inspires you guys to do some nice limit testing. It's not called inting if you're learning from it. So, if you like this video, you want to see more content, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, if you enjoyed, thanks for watching.